What's up, guys? It's Eric here, back for another VOD review, and today we got a VOD review from a tournament. I know it's PvE. The set hasn't even gone live yet, but we already have an incredibly stacked tournament, actually. This is the Iguana PvE Masters tournament. If I'm smart, I'll leave a link down below to the Liquipedia page for it, so that you guys can see everything about it. But it's an incredibly stacked tournament. We're watching Dish Soap's POV. We had a ton of really strong European players like Ging and Salvi are the ones that I immediately recognize, and then a ton of really strong Chinese players. Flancy is playing in this. We have YFTX, who's someone we've VOD reviewed before. So I mean, it's just an absolutely stacked tournament on PvE of all things. One thing that has emerged from this tournament so far is that there has been a huge proliferation of reroll comps, like just insane amounts of reroll comps. You know, now that I think about it, if I'm smart, if I have time, I'm gonna make a Tactor guide for this comp and put it in the description. If I don't have time, I'm sorry. But if I have time, I'll absolutely make a Tactor guide for this comp. Bishop's gonna pop all of his anvils here, go for a LWBT is what I imagine we're going for here, and then pick up this 1s, 2s, 3, which really isn't gonna give him much in the way of units that he cares about in this comp, but it gives him a lot of strong items in this comp. And yeah, he's gonna slam the LW and the BT for Gnar, and then the sword or the Sivir. I would have expected actually him to take a bow there, because bow goes into Titan's Resolve, which is a really strong item in this comp. But if you guys haven't seen this comp, Distop's probably, yeah, he's going to put into Team Planner right now. It is this Senna Gnar comp. Synergies fit so beautifully, as you see, right when we add this Jax here. Boom, we get 6 different traits in. We get the Ink Shadow in, we get Warden in, we get Dryad in, we get everything in. You get Sniper in, you get Ghostly in, and I probably just missed one there. But in any case, you get a ton of really strong traits in. And this Gnar unit is an absolute beast once you get him to 3-star. You let him stack up. This right now we're item holding Sivir, but eventually this is going to be items on Senna. Senna is also an absolute beast. I was actually surprised by how much damage this Senna unit outputs. And then Aatrox is a strong tank in his own right. And then, you know, like the Ink Shadow item you get can sort of supplement whatever comp you end up playing. We're checking out Exalted here, and this is a fantastic Exalted, actually. You can play Nautilus, Lissandra very easily. It's just really the last one that you get in. There's some even better ones that are like Morgana +1. It's like Morgana plus Galio plus Lissandra. That one I feel like you should almost always play towards if you can. I mean, I guess 8 people per lobby can't play towards it. But this one, probably not going to play towards Exalted. I mean, we're just going to play this reroll comp, I'm going to be real with you. But yeah, this comp, there was a ton of play of it in the first day of the Iguana PvE Masters tournament. I really want to watch more, honestly, and like see some of the other reroll comps that got played, because there was a ton of Bard reroll as well. There was a really cool comp that we're going to see that Salvi plays in this game. I won't spoil it for you guys, but it is a really sick reroll comp that I want to do a VOD review on, but I just don't have a VOD of yet, because Salvi doesn't save his VODs, and then I didn't see anyone else who saved VODs using that comp. So if anyone has a VOD for that comp, I mean, you'll see once we get to the end of the game, it is nutty. But yeah, we're gonna make the IE here. BIS for Senna is something like this, like IE Last Whisper, and then like Gwinsu, some kind of attack speed item. And then BIS for Gnar tends to ideally be like BT Titans, BT Titans Sterak's could be fine, that kind of stuff. But you definitely want ideally a BT and a Titans. That's why Bow is really juicy in this comp, because you want Last Whisper, you want probably Gwinsu, you want Titans, you want maybe another Titans. You need a lot of bows to make this comp work. A lot of bows and a lot of swords. Here's already our Gnar too, which is just fantastic for our spot. And we get to pick up Dryad and put it in now, which is, you know, decent to get onto the board to start actually stacking up these Dryad stacks. Oh, another thing that I forgot to even talk about is that I'm playing in a tournament probably right now as you're watching this video, which is the Fortune Favors the Brave PvE tournament. It's another pretty stacked tournament. People like Rainplosion, Joe Bookmark's playing in it, T-Lide's playing in it, a lot of really strong people. So if you're not doing anything, you know, go down to my Twitch and watch me hopefully pop off in the tournament. I made it to the second day. I was in the top 16, so I get a couple of bonus points, and we're gonna be playing the final day. I mean, well, like I said, while this video goes live, so be sure to check it out. I have a Discord message. Surely it's not from them saying like, hey, we're starting the tournament early or something. Oh no. Okay. 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 I was like, well, I have 48 minutes for the before the tournament is happening. So I was like, surely I have time to record a video and upload it, right? This just shows, by the way, the efficiency of my YouTube my workflow. You know, some people, they have video, they gotta edit it, they gotta like do all this stuff to it. I record a video, upload it to YouTube, make a thumbnail, and then boom, it's out. And like honestly, I don't know. I mean, it works. But yeah, it's 3-1 here. I'm kind of just chilling until we hit 3-2 because that's when usually the big roll down, you pivot into the comp. We're still missing out on Jax, and we haven't actually picked up a Caitlyn yet, which is a little scary. We definitely would like her. Heavy Hitter's fantastic in this comp, as in most reroll comps, just because you're going to be 3-starring units. They're going to have a lot of extra HP just because they're 3-star units. So you, yeah, it's just a good augment in general. And yeah, the only thing that we're missing in this spot right now is a Jax. But we do actually pick up a Kai'Sa, which, yeah, can replace Jax. The only downside is we don't have Warden for this Gnar, but really nice stuff from Dish Soap. He sees the Kai'Sa, so he says, I don't need to roll down more to find the Jax here because I already have Kai'Sa. She is a solid unit that fills out, I mean, at least the Ink Shadow synergy. We pick up, I forget which tattoo this is called, but I do have a Tactor guide where I have all of the tattoos, so I'm just gonna go to my own profile, pull up my Ink Shadow guide, and then boom, this is the Tattoo of Protection. Gain a 50% max HP shield after casting the first time each combat. When it breaks, gain 50% of the shield, or grant 50% of the shield amount to the 2 nearest allies. So it's a tankiness one. It's really going to end up on Aatrox later, surely, once we get 3-item Gnar. But for now, we can throw this onto Gnar. It's going to make Gnar a bit more survivable, get that big shield for him. So, yeah, I mean, the nice thing about the Ink Shadow tattoos, if you guys haven't played around Ink Shadow much, is that you can bounce them around by just benching the unit that they're on. So really, really easy. Once you get to a 3rd Gnar item, pop this off Gnar, put it onto Aatrox, or maybe if you get some items that make Aatrox really tanky and you want to move it over, you just do that and you are you're hard chilling. Item-wise here, I assume we're going to pick up a Titan's component, ideally the bow. Can't get the bow here, so what are we looking for here? A glove, maybe? Glove's a little awkward. Not sure what we're going to go for here, but I mean, I think it was our best option. I don't know if there's some kind of glove Gnar item that we want. We pick up Jax here, which I would say is the pick over the Kai'Sa here. First of all, Kai'Sa is just not that insane of a unit, and 2, getting Warden onto our Jax, or onto our Gnar here is going to be a big deal. He's actually not going to play it for now, but I do know, I think we watched this game back live with Demacian Raptor, and it was definitely his opinion that you should play the Jax over the Kai'Sa here. I mean, Kai'Sa is doing pretty good damage, but the Warden on Gnar I feel like is such a big synergy. And how much did Kai'Sa do here? 930 damage? Yeah, I think the Warden value on Gnar is going to be so much more. It also gives you a couple extra rerolls. You know, you don't have to hold on to Kai'Sa anymore, which allows you to get an extra reroll in. Imagine this reroll there was, I don't know, a Jax too. I mean, that's also not insignificant to our board whatsoever. As far as the 1 costs, looking for those units 3 stars, because as you can see, we don't end up holding onto the Caitlyn. There's different opinions going around about this, so you know, we'll see once the set goes live, once people play this comp more, and someone is like, I played 100 games of this Gnar reroll comp, and I say you never buy the 1 cost, or I say you always buy the 1 cost. I played a game yesterday in that PBE tournament. I went top 2 with it. Oh, and yeah, we have this pause here. I totally forgot there's a pause here, but luckily through the magic of VODs, I can just skip through. Oh my god, I skipped a little too far. Holy, I skipped a 4-1 and we are rolling it down. There we go. There's the unpause. But I played this, and just went for the 1 costs, made a 3-star Rek'Sai and a 3-star Jax, and it seemed pretty solid, especially with something like Heavy Hitters here. I think you would go for them if you can. If you have the gold to, I guess, is the idea. But yeah, we're only 2 off Aatrox at this point. A decent bit off Senna's here, but we do have to roll a decently deep here, I would say, to pick some stuff up. Yeah, we gotta pop these anvils here. Yeah, oh my goodness, what do you take here? Hodge for Gnar? Like, I don't think you want something like an Edge of Night. Oh, it's just Sterak's here for now, I would have to assume. Yeah, and continue to roll down. We pick up the Gnar here, pick up the Aatrox, fantastic. Yeah, I think Sterak's has to be the call here. And I mean, I'm not sure what this glove's gonna end up being. It could end up being another, like I was talking about the Hodge, and you just go super healing Gnar. It could, like a Guard Breaker would be pretty solid onto Senna, I would think. So yeah, seems solid. But yeah, we're only 2 off Senna, so I assume we're going to still look for that on 6 as well. We don't have to, like, Giga roll down for it here. Capricious Forge, Bruiser Crest, Dryad. I mean, it's never going to be Bruiser Crest. It can be Dryad, and it allows you to actually look for, like, a 4 and like, more vertical Dryad type stuff. I might actually just take the TG item, though. Because, yeah, I mean, like, 6 per enemy death here. We're at 34 stacks here, so we get an extra 4 times 34. It's really not that much HP. There's a decent amount on our entire team, though. Dryad onto Aatrox. This, you know, in the future will just be like a stats angle, where you'll see, like, okay, the stats say that Dryad Emblem is, like, really broken in this comp, or the stats say that it's actually not that broken in this comp. But yeah, he's looking at getting into the Super 6 Dryad vertical, which, you know, makes sense. But I think, you know, like, in hindsight, after seeing the way this game goes, which, I mean, it still goes well enough, but, I mean, we'll see. I think perhaps it was actually just take the TG, throw that onto Aatrox, spikes our board really, really hard. The vertical Dryad, I mean, a lot of HP onto your board, sure. I mean, it's solid, but it's not actually, like, giga broken in my mind. All right. Oh, this is a really, really cool. So this is a pretty sick encounter if you guys haven't seen this. So Cho'Gath, he'll delete one of your shop slots, but you gain 3 component anvils. I think here you absolutely take this. The only downside is we don't have Senna yet. Wish we could have rolled before we actually lost our shop slot, but still we get there, and now we get to pick our options here. Ooh, these are some interesting pickups here. So I like the bow for potential Titans, and then yeah, we get the full Titans here, and then ideally I think you would want this to be a guard breaker. Could be Hodge, could be IE, and just go double IE. Could even be QSS. I'm really curious to see what Dish Soap ends up actually picking up here. He goes for the tier here. So is it Hodge Senna? And then he levels for the 4. And yeah, Titans Hodge. Okay. I dig it. I mean, I think this is... so yeah, he likes the Hodge there over something like QSS. I think it's the opinion of Dish Soap and a lot of people actually that healing onto your backline is actually really, really relevant this set due to the amount of backline access that exists. I mean, first of all, there's random stuff like Udyr and Sett that can dunk you. There's stuff like Lilia that can splash. There's this Morgana unit who hits backline so frequently. So I think it's actually really, really nice to have this kind of healing onto your backline this set, just because it's so scary. So often you will just like have one of your units be like 20% HP because they get hit by a Lilia thing, and then they get hit by a Morgana thing, or, you know, like there's that Irelia that is on that enemy board. Like there's so much just units that are going to hit your backline. So having some healing, I think, actually really, really smart decision there. But yeah, you can see now the comp is at full force. We're actually fighting a pretty strong duelist board here, and look, we just crunch it. Senna deals almost 10,000 damage this comp. Once you get all it firing on all cylinders, itemized your units and them 3-star, it's just so strong. And the other really, really huge strength of this comp, as we saw this game, is just how powerful it is. Man, the song has got so much going on. I added some new songs to the playlist, but that one's like a bit much, right? The comp, it stabilizes so hard stage 3. You roll down 3-2 for that exact board that I showed you guys, that Dish Soap put into his team planner. And then the board just carries you from there, right? Because you're almost always going to be winning most, if not all, of stage 3 with this board, just because of the strength of Gnar and the strength of Senna. And then once you get to stage 4, if you have that pretty standard curve where you're winning stage 3, you have a lot of HP, you have a lot of gold, you can sort of slow roll, dip down when you really need to find the units that are really important. You know, like if you get to 7 or 8 Gnars, then you can dip for Gnar. If you're stuck on 6 Gnars, then you can sack a little bit and wait. And then you send it when you need to, and you make your board, and you know, you're absolutely chilling. One thing is we have no heal cut on this board, right? So something like a Morello's might be nice. I feel like a Sunfire would have been the really, really easy choice here, and just throw that onto Aatrox. We didn't get the option to actually make it, so we're going to end up going Morello Kindred here, which I think makes sense. The only downside is we don't get this final Aatrox item, so he's just going to be sitting here with 2, like, I mean, they're items, but they're also, like, you'd really like some resists onto this Aatrox here. But I mean, still, it's not the end of the world. He's still pretty tanky there. And as you can see, man, once the Gnar gets to backline, just starts hucking those boulders at people, it is pretty crazy. Just up thinking about leveling here, but says I can chill. Like there's nothing actually to level for in this moment, and my biggest spike is going 9 for the 6 Dryad. So yeah, like level 8 is really not a high priority. Just sit at level 7. That's one of the weird things about this comp. The Dryad emblem actually sort of assuaged some of those concerns, is that normally you have basically nothing to put in on 7 because the comp fits in so well together on 6. Normally level 7 is like not a spike at all. Because we have the Dryad emblem, we've kind of moved that spike down one, where level 7 was actually a spike, but now level 8 is not a spike at all. So like there's almost, like now we can finally go 8 because, I mean, why not, right? It's basically free. But we didn't go level 8 last round because, like, what are we gonna do? Yeah, we're just gonna add this random this random Kog'Maw to our board, who, I mean, I guess is another sniper. I mean, it's pretty funny, but like you see, like he values so little, like adding a real unit to this board, that we're playing a Kog'Maw one because like there's nothing to add on 8. We have to get to 9 to get to our next spike, which is, it's a kind of awkward thing about this board. It just means it's a board that spikes really hard on 6, which, I don't know, there's some positives to that. Oh, this is also the new little legend Morgana from the gacha. It's not out on PBE even. They just get this, I believe, because they're playing on Tournament Realm for PBE, which is pretty crazy. Ooh, I mean, we'd love an Aatrox item here, but I don't think one really exists. He's gonna take the Death Cap here. That's gonna go, I have to imagine, on Azir later. Would be the idea, and I mean, I think so, unless he wants to go Death Cap. I mean, he's actually looking at it. It looks like he does okay damage, but yeah, we're just still gonna opt put that onto the Kindred, and then these two items are going to go onto the Azir later. So yeah, makes sense. If you can't get an item for the Aatrox, then you just go for an item that will eventually go on one of your later carries. It's not ideal. You definitely prefer an Aatrox item here, but it is what it is. But yeah, we can see that because it's a 2-cost reroll comp, we're starting to fall off a little bit towards end of stage 5, early stage 6. This is where, like, theoretically the board should be weaker. I think this is also where you start to see the downside of something like Dryad Emblem. I mean, we've stacked up a lot of HP across this game, but it really just doesn't feel like it's doing that much. And like a lot of these boards that are getting to like 5-cost carries, or boards that are like 3-star 3 costs, should theoretically be stronger than us. You can still see though, we've stacked up so much of a win streak early that we are kind of hard chilling from an HP perspective. This is the board, by the way, we're fighting here, Salvi's board. This Janna reroll board is so crazy, and I really want to do a VOD review of it. If somebody knows where I can find a VOD, like, let me know in the comments, because that board looks crazy. You can see Salvi here, 54 HP win streaking, just going to the easiest first of his life, and man, I really want to watch that comp pop off, but I need to find a VOD of it. I'll look more and see if I can find a VOD of somebody playing it, because it is so crazy. I'm pretty sure Kai actually played it in the tournament we played yesterday, so maybe I could watch that. In any case, we're gonna go 9 here. Dig, try to pick up our board here. We can play for Warden. That is another out, and we do end up getting that in. So instead of the 6 Dryad, we're just gonna play for Warden. For Warden is a fantastic spike. Yeah, you gotta go for an Aatrox item here. I like the Warma. I'm actually surprised he doesn't want to go something like Gargoyles here, because we already have so much HP. But he actually prefers the Warmogs, which is interesting. I mean, it's heavy hitters value for sure. So I could certainly see it. But yeah, we're gonna kill that player off, and it all of a sudden is a top 3. Our board is strong enough that we managed to make it through. We still have to deal with Salvi, or maybe like not even be able to deal with Salvi, but we'll do our best. And we pick up the Azir here, which gives us 6 Dryad. Which, once again, like, on the idea of Dryad, I still am not 100% sure if 6 Dryad is actually, like, stronger here. Just because, I don't know. Warden, the thing about Warden is just a broken trait. The damage reduction is just so insane on all of these units. The fight looks okay for a second there, but their backline, or their frontline getting on our backline ends up eliminating it, and we go 3rd overall. And yeah, I've been talking up this Salvi board. Salvi ends up actually losing that fight, I think, to Dishsoap's clone. And I think he wins the game in the end. I'm not 100% sure, but still, that comp, top 2, pretty crazy. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This comp is absolutely nuts. I wanted to jump to the end game board, but I guess this thing bugged out. I guess because it's Tournament Realm, maybe it's hard. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This comp is absolutely crazy. I can't wait to play this on live, if it, doesn't get any nerfs, because it looks really nuts. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my Tactor guide, if there is one. I think I got half an hour. I got time to make a Tactor guide. There'll be a Tactor guide down below for the comp. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.